on this late October, mid-autumn, approaching late autumn, on a coldest morning of the mid-fall season in central Illinois. 36-degree morning in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area, right? Very chilly early morning this morning. Barely a cloud in the sky. Almost the first frost of the season, but for my car, we do not have frost. It is just a mildew. There is no ice on the top of the roof yet, which is the first spot the frost likes to form for you not familiar with the old frost. Very close this morning with 36 degrees and a fall feel to the next 15 to 20 days in central Illinois, as we have a Canadian air mass building up this weekend is going to dam down in the North America, or in the United States, upper Midwest and Great Lakes, and Midwest, as we work our way into Monday and Tuesday and on into the rest of next week, right? Maybe the first snowflakes of the season at the end of next week. As you can see, the gold's not really doing anything, but for the main reason why you're all here is you're all here for the coins, the old coins. You can see the Bitcoin, what we were talking about the other day. You can see what looks to be forming is a classic double top. I mean, if this thing doesn't take off soon, this is just a classic double top. You can see the big topping pattern there. We diagnosed that out back in March. It was a rising wedge, right? And that's how we knew it was topping out. And then we knew it was going to crash, right? Nobody else called that on YouTube. They also was going way, way up there. And old Vincenzo said, nah, I don't think so. It's topping out here. We have a pumping volume, pumping price, bullish. Then if I zoomed out in the time frame, you would see crashing volume, as you can see down there. See the volume, the average volume, the solid line down there, crashing volume, and an up and sideways consolidation. Often you notice a rounding top, as seen here in Exhibit A, as the buyers or the bulls are being exhausted and the sellers or the bears are taking over the market, and the price is going to come down. And that's exactly what happened. And that's one of the indicators that we use along with our rings, right? But we use the volume, the sentiment, the euphoria in the market with a rising wedge and a topping pattern that we noticed over months. And that led us to believe the price was going to come down. And that's going on a t-shirt, right? That'll be on a t-shirt one day, just like Vincenzo money. On one side of a coffee mug, and on the other side it says Targzishan trading alert, right? You can sit there at work and drink out of your Vincenzo money $17 Starbucks because you just hit it with Vincenzo money, right? But notice here, as we get serious, you can see it appears that we're topping out here again. We hit the old top. We peaked above it, barely got harshly rejected, came back down to some major underneath support, bought back up, and now we're starting to move down. I think you're coming to the 200-day moving average, right? That's where I think you're coming down first, and then I think you're going to come all the way back down to the neckline, and that would bring a whole overall double topping pattern. And how to trade that would be you have a top, a neckline like a head and shoulders, and then you would take it from the top of the head, essentially you would call it, or the double top, the top of the mountain, right? The peaks, the twin peaks, baby, to the bottom of the neckline, and then you pull it to the point of the breakout at the neckline, and that would give you a targeted move way down there. And we have big things coming on here in the crypto market, and we feel like it's setting up. The players are on the field, and we're just waiting for it to shake out, right? And we're watching it shake out in live time as it's going according to plan, right? And you got to pay attention and be alert, and we think that's what's going to be going on here as my fuel light comes on, as we have 23 miles left. But we're going for it, baby. We're just going to make it to the plant, throw this motherfucker in park, and then when we start her back up, hope we got about 5 miles left to hop up to the gas station in a few hours to go get some coffee and whatnot, right? What are you, my fucking boss, asking all these questions, right? So that's what's going on in the Doge, or in the Bitcoin, right? It looks like we got a classic double top, right? Google double topping pattern, double top candlestick pattern, right? In the daily or monthly time frame. And it'll show you an example. I don't have time to read that for you. I'm currently driving. And the Doge, right? We all know about the Doge, Vincenzo. And you can see we've crossed that critical ring. We've pumped up. after we came down, got supported off the 50-day moving average in red, right? Oh, that's kind of a shitty rod. I need to switch that. That ain't even the right rod. We'll do that later. And now we're pumping and we're hitting that major override resistance again in the daily time frame. And if we zoom on into the 2-hour time frame, you can see we got rejected the first time violently, and then we're coming back up in the relief hook rally, right? That hook nose pattern. And then this could be a classic hook nose Jew bearish reversal pattern, right? Where it gives you that big pump and then the hook nose and then it dumps off the mountain. We'll keep an eye on that today. That's what I'd pay attention for in the Doge today. Would be, does the Doge come up here and kick up higher than that for another leg of the bull run? Or does it get rejected and come back to the 200-day moving average? Those are your two possibilities today that I think is going to go on with the Doge, right? As I'm the Doge coin champion. Then we can see the XRP is trading after a nice pump phenomenally within this green trading support box and this white descending line after it got rejected off that green ring, as we think we have a 46.69% collapse. And this has been an ongoing call, and it came with our industry exclusive wavy line price predictor in there. You can see we told you what we think might happen. We go from the bottom of this channel or descending triangle in this bearish consolidation to the bottom, and now that's where we're at now, which would be a selling point unless you break out on top of that and pump up with some phenomenal volume, which I don't see happening. You're going to get rejected, and you're going to trade back down towards that underneath target again at about $1.07, and then you can pump back up to about $1 and change to get rejected. And then I think this is going to break down out of this bearish continuation pattern. You can see we got that in the background. We'll make that even bigger. See that one? That's your descending upper resistance, and this is your lower horizontal support, which forms like a duck beak. See that? Forms a duck beak in there with all of our other nonsense we got circled and whatnot. And that forms a descending triangle, and then that circle down there at 94 cents. And on a breakdown, that's the targeted move. On a break up, it would be about a double top where that arrow is up there, right? At about $1.25-ish, right? Where we got rejected violently. But I think it's going to break down, and I think you're coming to the underneath target. So we'll keep an eye on that. And the XRP, everybody loves the XRP. You can see the XLM. Fuck, the one thing that sucks about when it gets cold, man, or colder, it's not even that cold. You got to have that heat on the windows, or they fog the fuck up. And then it's hot as fuck in the car. So then you open the window, and then it's noisy when you're trying to do videos. So all you're going to hear for the previous 4 minutes is right? Because it's bad quality on my part. Horrible production. We're going to straighten that up at Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. And then you can see it looks like we're going to come up to the 40 cents is our major upper target. And then our major lower support is down there at 40-ish or 21 cents, right? And then we're going to look at a quick market share update. We ain't looked at this in a while. Now we got some shit to talk about as I finish my drive into work. Congratulations, subscribers and charlatans that were previous charlatans. 4 of them yesterday. Charlatans converted into jabroni killers by subscribing and watching, right? Or just subscribe and then go away. I don't care. Just subscribe. I just need you to subscribe for right now. That's your only goal. Subscribe to the channel, right? Help me, help the community. So you can see we got some videos on here. We got our La Nina. This is what I'm very proud of in these right here. These 2 videos. Check them out. 404 views. November 2021 temperature forecast. Early start to winter. It's a good video. And then a more in-depth look at the November and ironing and zoning and ironing out and sniffing out and detecting our main analogs and which analogs are going to take over as the buses stop right on the railroad tracks to make sure a train's not coming, which has never and will never make sense to me. If a train's coming and you're stopped on it, well, you're fucked, right? You'd have a better chance of driving through the motherfucker. And then our second one in a more extensive video, La Nina November 2021 temperature precipitation outlook, right? Fast start to winter, cold and snowy, holiday season. Very good video. We go over the sea surface temperatures out in the Pacific, right? The Northwest Pacific, the Central Pacific, and the Indian Ocean. Very important areas to try to figure out what's going on for the North America atmospheric weather pattern. And we got a fast start to November, as you already know. If you're one of my audience members in the Great Lakes or Midwest, you've noticed a vast change in temperatures. Went from very warm, a lot of 60s, 70s, and 80s from south to north to below normal temperature, or normal to below normal temperatures, right? No more 60-degree nights. We're sitting at 37 degrees now as we peaked as the sun starts to rise early in central Illinois, right? But then if we look at what we got going on here, we can click into this. So we need to get to 1,000 subscribers. We can see our views, our watch time. We're almost to this major milestone where we need to have 4,000 watch hours to get monetized, along with 1,000 subs. And we are currently sitting at 3,979 hours, which I cannot believe. I remember when I was sitting at 48 hours going, man, I'm never going to get there. And now we probably get there today. So congratulations, you, my audience, and my charlatans that aren't subscribed, because you're helping in that category. So we appreciate that. We need to pump these subscribers up. It looks to me like we're about to break out to another 18 or 20 subscriber day, which would be phenomenal, right? Our engagement, we already went over that. Our audience is what I like. You can see returning viewers. We get spikes in new viewers that see the channel, and that's the goal. So congratulations to you guys spreading Vincenzo's channel, right? And then as we get over, if we look at the regions, I like this. The regions that our audience has played 41%. So my U.S. audience, you better be on board with, go follow me on Facebook at Michigan Snow Forecast Gold Standard. And with our high energy bills coming in this year with natural gas and heating oil, for my friends in the UP and the upper Midwest that use a lot of heating oils and not just natural gas, it's going to be a very, very expensive winter time, and you need to stay up to date on upcoming temperatures, and then you could parlay that into natural gas plays, right? But you can see the United States 41%, the United Kingdom 7.9%, Australia 5%, the land down under. I'm glad we're spreading our message, and you guys are in the third place on our market share, because you are living in a communist country, and you see what happens when you have draconian laws. And in the late 90s, when they confiscated your right to self-defense via your firearms, you are at the mercy and the will of the Australian dictators, right? And they have, I see you guys protesting by the millions all across that once great land, and I implore you to keep not violently, but keep showing your displeasure and your disapproval of the authoritarian government and regime, and make your voices heard, and do what's necessary to bring back your freedom. You must fight for your freedom. And if you must take to the streets with the pitchforks, literally now, because you're not allowed to have guns, you must take to the streets with the pitchforks. Australia will continue to spread the freedom message to you, my lovely people down there in the land down under. Canada, my Canadian fellows, we appreciate the market share update. Another communist country that we're trying to make free. India, making a massive increase in India. We appreciate that. South Africa. Hey, welcome, South Africa. I remember when you were just a 0.1 of the market share. We want to infiltrate the South African market share and make things happen. Hold on a second. How you doing? I got a visitor's pass up there.
You good, my man?
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to get through.
Yeah, take care.
You too. And then as we, South Africa, we look to infiltrate the corrupt South African government and educate the people, right? Indonesia, welcome Indonesia. We've made it to a full 1.5% now. The Netherlands, we're infiltrating there. Malaysia, Germany. We love the German people. Hitler, one bad marketing director, ruined the good name for everybody. But we love the German people. They're a kind, nice people. Brazil, Nigeria, 0.5% of the market share. Turkey, welcome Turkey. You weren't there last time I checked the market share. Mexico's up to 0.5. They were at 0.1 a few months ago when we checked the market share. Belgium is a new country. Welcome. South Korea. Welcome South Korea. We welcome all my little South Korean fellows over there, right? 0.3 Cyprus, that's a new one. The Philippines were there, but they've increased their market share by 200% from 0.1 to 0.3. Japan's a new one. Welcome Israel, my lovely fellows in Israel. We welcome you. To all my lovely people from there, right? Japan, Israel, Vietnam, Romania is a new one. Poland was there before, and the same one guy's there in France, and another. Welcome to all the new subscribers of Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Peace and love. Peace and love.